We did it, Brian. This is Kevin, but we did it. Yep. Have you done a 100 of anything? I've definitely done 100 diaper changes in the past 2 weeks, but
yeah, I've done 100 of a lot of things.
Yeah, 100 classes. Did you ever celebrate 100, doing 100 of anything?
You know what I didn't do 100 of, Kev, that actually bums me out? I don't want to start on a downer. I have, as a head basketball coach in high school, I have 91 wins.
No.
Yeah. It was one reason why I almost didn't resign when I resigned. And then I realized that was about my ego. And that's not why I wanted to do or not do something. But it does stick with me. 91. I just could have done one more season, got 100.
They say it's not about the end result. It's about the journey. So we set goals. You really get it ingrained. And I think it's different moments in our culture about different things, about how, growing up or high achievers, they'll set your goal and then achieve your goal and focus everything towards that goal.
Right.
But I read a book that was talking about really the goal is just there for something to go towards, but really the beauty of it is the work that you the journey.
Absolutely.
So I just want to say this is the celebration of the journey of our podcast.
But we did get somewhere. We got to our 100th episode.
We got to our 100th episode. Our listenership is up, our viewership is up.
Yep.
But those are just metrics. Really, the beauty is the immeasurable chemistry between me and you.
That's right.
Doing this thing for 100, despite all the haters, right?
All the haters.
Despite all the commenters.
Yeah.
We
all
return
the
every
comments.
week. God.
Yep.
Whether our opinions are original, whether we agree, whether we disagree, it's just been so much fun. I love doing this every week.
It's awesome. It's awesome. We have a big announcement, don't we, Kev?
Yeah, we do have it's episode 100 of the Wait for It Seattle podcast, but episode 1 of the SeaTown Sports Podcast.
Yeah,
I think we kind of
rebrand.
Yeah, there's a rebrand, but also we're not waiting we're not waiting around for a Super Bowl championship anymore, right?
That's true. I mean, part of me felt like we're until the Sonics come back, that name still applies.
Yes.
But when we originally did a Wait for It Seattle, and I had a site, and we did a podcast way long ago. It was before the Seahawks won the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
The only thing we had was the 79 Sonics and a couple Storm championships. But since then, we've had awesome success in Seattle. So we're still waiting for some things to happen, but reality is we are the SeaTown Sports Podcast.
I still think we're counting up from 100 though, because that's.
Yeah, we're not changing the number. Yeah, we're still the 101 is next week or the week after, whenever we can do it.
And honestly, I thought the turning point was when someone saw you at the Mariners game and called you the SeaTown Sports guy. So I was like, okay, that's something.
That's a good point.
Sticking. Yeah,
that's a good point. He did say,
I think we need a rebrand.
Yeah, he did say you're the SeaTown Sports guy. Yeah.
I'm waiting for that moment to come. I'm coming into Seattle. And Christina will be with me most of the time, so I can't wait till if someone sees me and recognizes me as the SeaTown Sports guy. I will. Yeah. I do have a story to share though.
Okay, go for it.
We were getting her ring resized by, I don't think he listens to this podcast, but by a family friend who does diamonds and jewelry, and we were walking out, and another Seattle prep family sees me and they go, "Hey, do you still do that little blog of yours?"
Oh, damn.
And the whole time home, Christine was like, "Hey, how's that little blog of yours?"
Christine.
Oh my gosh.
She's killing you with her comments. She's killing you in the WNBA fantasy standings.
How do you feel about this shirt, by the way? Do you see this?
I love your Pokemon Go Mariner shirt. I love it. I love it. That's actually sort of a good segue to my leadoff question for you. We're going to do a mailbag episode today. We've got some questions from loyal listeners, probably the most loyal, our family and closest friends. We didn't put it out to a wide audience, but we're going to cover everything you want to know today on the mailbag episode. And we're going to finish with the top 5 holidays. That's what we're going to do today, Kev. We're going to rank our top 5 holidays. Yeah.
Yes.
With 4th of July coming, that's what we're going to do. But
love it.
The leadoff today is, I asked my wife this the other day because she's a much better athlete than I am. And I said, if you took all the Americans, every American, babies, old people, the dying, whatever, What percentile, if you're looking at like a MAP score, like you know MAP scores, Catholic schools, this is like the standardized testing, and you get a percentile, like you're in the 75th percentile for reading or whatever. What's your percentile as an athlete, do you think, Kev?
I've been thinking percentiles too, because at the doctor, when kids are still, both my kids are under 3 years old.
Yeah, you're right.
They give you the percentile.
Right.
Like you get the BMI percentile, you get the height, and you get the weight, right?
It's rough when you have a baby that's like 18th percentile height, and then it's like 75th BMI. You're like, damn.
Yeah, that's actually Luca. So
let's go, Luca.
Luca can't wait to eat. I like, he looks at JJ, who doesn't eat anything, and I'm like, the poor guy doesn't have teeth yet, but you can tell he wants that popsicle.
He's ready.
Anyways,
where are you percentile of all athletes in America?
Like my athletic ability.
This is just as an athlete, question. Where are you?
God, because I can run, I would say I'm probably in like maybe the 60s.
Oh,
maybe
aggressive.
I'm underselling myself. Like, do you think I'm overselling I mean, we play.
I honestly don't know. It's such a hard
sports
question
in high school. Like, not
it's such a hard
plays...
question, though.
Yeah. Okay. Think of this though. Seattle Prep is like a sports heavy school. I went to Seattle Prep. I would say maybe like 70%, 60 to 70 played a varsity level sport, whether it was a no cut or cut sport. Like, it felt like 60 to 70. I could be off, and you can tell me if the percentages are wrong. Okay, so like then you go to the general population, right? Like not everyone's playing varsity sports. Like, so then I think in college, right? Well, there's still people that are playing in college, maybe at a small college, maybe what, like 5% of the population, 10% are actually playing a varsity sport.
But then you got the former athletes, you got the people who never made it. I mean, I don't know.
And then I'm lower than that, right? I'm a manager. I'm not the walk-on player, right?
Yeah.
So but still, that's more than the general population.
There's a lot of old people and babies, I don't know.
I'm not even thinking about that either. Maybe I should be higher.
All right, let's say you're 53 percentile. Let's just throw it out there.
Yeah.
The real question is, Kev, am I higher or lower?
God, what if I say
you're clearly more athletic than I am right now in terms of like your speed, your agility, you're younger, you're in better shape, you can run.
So we can stipulate to that. But if you were my age,
Kevin,
or if I was
no. Just take us right now. If we went and played one-on-one basketball, I'm beating you. You've never beaten me.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, so
but I was a high school kid when we used to play.
Exactly.
Right?
You were a high schooler, and I was like in my 20s, early 30s or something.
I feel like full court one-on-one, I could take you now. I feel like you'd get too tired.
I think you're tricking those layups left and right. Okay. Secondly, if we played tennis,
I'd lose right away. Yeah. Now, if we went for a run, I would.
You're smoking me. Not even close. But if like we played one-on-one wiffle ball, I'm beating you. I'm just throwing it out there, Kev.
All right. I need to think of more sports. Yeah.
Okay. I will say this. One time, my cousin Jim, who's a loyal listener, and his wife Kelsey, big time listeners, right? Jim and I decided to do a decathlon one summer of sports.
Like
we picked
pure. You picked your sports. It wasn't like actual like javelin and stuff.
Jim is a 3-time national champion in swimming.
Swimmer
at the University of Texas.
Wait, he's a national championship? Like
3
individually?
National champion.
Or he was part of the team. Okay.
I don't know if he won. I don't think he won his individual event nationally. I could be wrong. He'll correct me if he gets on here. Kev, he was like 2 spots from the Olympics. He was like a second alternate at one point. Like that's where he finished in the trials. Distance swimming, right? So we eliminated swimming. Like that's going to be dumb. He's going to win. And we eliminated tennis. That was my best sport, right? We got through 2 events and I quit the decathlon because he beat me in a run. And I think I like almost pulled my hamstring. And then we did something else. I'm like, I'm out. So that makes me feel like I'm a little lower down. Like if you and I had a decathlon, I might need to just like grind a little bit here and eat better and get in better shape and see what happens.
I was, relatedly, Christine and I were watching the Valkyries game the other night.
Yeah.
And she was like, man, I should have just stuck with basketball. I'm definitely tall enough. And then I was like, Christine, Gabby Williams is ripped. Would you be willing to put in the weight work, like in the weight room? And she was like, if that was my job, yes. And I was like, and then of course, like all men, I of course was thinking, could I compete in the WNBA? And I was like, yeah, probably not. Like
you could not, Gib. Sorry.
Yeah, I don't think I could.
I think I could be Josh Naylor, to be honest. Anyway, let's take that as our segue for our first mailbag question. How about that?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. This is from David. David asks, what would Dan Wilson need to do to get fired?
And let's be clear, it was not just David. There were several follow-up questions that were, and this was the most popular. When does he get fired? Who will his replacement be? I meant to do it before the episode, but I really wanted to make sure that the research still existed, that the manager doesn't impact the game as much as we think it does. And I think we went through this like a couple episodes ago, where it could just be a thing where his bad decisions are canceled out by his good decisions. And like all things, I think we magnify the very bad decisions, and then we think bad decisions equal losses, losses equal firing.
We have talked about this before, yes.
Yes. And I just think it's very reactionary. Like, I'm always going to be on, there's two camps. There's in sports fandom, and I think they're extremes. It's like the team sucks. We have good players, but the team sucks. They're losing games. Therefore, it's the manager's fault. And I do think there's the camp where it's like, actually, there's players underperforming. A coach can't control that. Therefore, he's put in positions where wins or losses are kind of magnified. And it's unfair to put it all on him, to put it all on one manager. I mean, it's one manager. Like, why isn't anybody pointing at the fact that Rob Refsnyder sucks, or Cal Raleigh has sucked and hasn't played the entire, like, there's other things. And the scapegoat of, and you're a coach, and so maybe you can speak to this, but that's the first person you look to. And I do think it's popular in sports for the manager to go up there and be Jesus and like sacrifice himself and take the blame for how the team's performing. Right.
Dropped to Jesus in the 100th episode. Amazing.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
But that's, I'm at the point where, like, I don't think the thing's burning. Like, I think the team's going to be fine. I think, yeah, he's making some bad decisions, but the team's still in first place. They won tonight.
They're in second place.
Oh, they're in second now.
They're a half game behind the red hot Texas Rangers.
Yeah.
Kev, I'm not just doing this because someone told us to. I'm going to disagree with you. Okay. There's a lot I agree with in terms of there are roster issues. Cal Raleigh is hitting 162 last I checked. That's insane, right? Rob Refsnyder, before he went on the injured list today. And by the way, they replaced him with a guy named, I'm pretty sure his name is Buddy Kennedy. He's one of the Kennedy brothers. I don't know what's happening. I've never heard of this guy, and now he's on the roster. They're rolling out a bullpen of guys that I thought were in AAA, but they're actually still on the major league roster. I can't decide if Davila's up or Simpson's up or whoever the dudes are that they're pitching. So they have roster flaws. The piggyback we've talked about ad nauseum is problematic, and now they're abandoning it already.
That's the bigger problem, that they made a plan and they're just ditching it.
Slow down. With all this said, Dan Wilson is failing as manager of the Seattle Mariners. This is my opinion now. I've come all the way to it. He's had enough of a time now, right? He's had, maybe 2 full years now? He had all last year. He had kind of half of a season before that. He has this half season. If you look at this year, there was a metric I sent you that I found on Twitter. A Tigers account did manager decision success rate. Aaron Boone's #1 in baseball. The Marlins manager McCullough is #2. Dave Roberts is 3. Dan Wilson is 22nd out of 30. He has a negative differential. And that's bullpen decisions and all this. And it just got magnified in the last game of the Cleveland series when Emerson Hancock has a guy in first. He's at 90-something pitches. He's pitching really, really well. It's a hitter up who can't tie the game, who isn't great. He pulls him. He brings in Edward Bizzardo. I always call him Eduardo. Edward Bizzardo to face one batter. Bizzardo's our best pitcher that day, right? Other than Spire, who comes in the next inning, pitches, and now they're stuck in the 8th inning with a combination of Michael Rucker and Josh Simpson. And guess what? They give up the lead. That's bad managing.
Yeah.
Like, you can't do that. Go bring in Simpson in the 6th to get that out against a okay hitter. And if it doesn't work out, you still have a 1-run lead. Let Hancock roll. There's so many people on Twitter or X who have outlined this, so this is not all coming from me. I've read everybody's posts. Everybody's really frustrated. I get with your general premise of like we always go to the manager, but the manager is
pushing the buttons.
Is pushing the buttons that are whether it's him or Jerry's telling him to or whatever people want to come up with. They're not making the right decisions too many times, and there's not enough fire in this team right now. They don't play with passion. They're sloppy. They're throwing the ball all over the place. They got to do something different. I'm not necessarily advocating to fire Dan Wilson, but I am saying it's his fault right now.
Yeah.
Like he's enough of a culprit. I don't think he's number one. I think Cal Raleigh's bad season is number one because he had like 32 home runs at this time last year. They'd be 10 games over 500, right?
Yeah.
But Dan's a part of it. And if you're going to play close games and not score runs, then you need your manager to be awesome.
Okay.
And he's not. So
yeah,
that's where I am right now.
Yeah.
I would fire him for Alex Cora. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I think I always think of you, because I've had this conversation with you about UW men's basketball in different eras about like, well, the first was like, because they kept Romar for such a long time. And I always said, and your response was like, who do they replace him with?
Yeah.
And it's a
that's
great
the question.
response. Like that's always the question.
Always the question.
Like Service, it looked like they had, like they knew they gave Dan Wilson the job. He wasn't an interim. Like he became the manager.
And Service had kind of worn it out, right? Like, and Romar was probably in that boat. Like they needed to try something different. But
kind of like the Pete Carroll thing, right? Like also needed to.
Well, in that case, they knew and they got Mike McDonald, who was awesome, right? But there are a lot of cases where they do just replace him with a dude. And it's not any better. And you just get excited because it's change. And it's not really better. And so far, sorry, Danny Sprinkle has proven that to be true over Mike Hopkins. It's no different.
Yeah.
They're not any better, really.
And that's how when you know it's something bigger than just the coach. Whereas if you look at the football program, it's been a constant ascension, right? Like we can talk about it later, but like Fish is obviously not Chris Peterson or Kalen DeBoer, but he's, obviously like the team's gotten better over time under his
time. Yes.
It's not turned into like 7 wins Steve Sarkisian, right? Like it's not there yet. So it'll be interesting. Maybe that's how we know if he's good or not. Yeah. It always comes back to Husky football. That wasn't a question. Okay. Do you want to move forward?
Yeah, we're ready.
All right. This comes from Nicholas. We have a little X chat. There's 100 members. It gets pretty active. And so I threw out requests for questions. And we got some good ones.
Nice.
And one of them was from Nicholas. He said, predictions.
Am I in this X chat? Am I included in this?
I don't think you are. I don't think you ever joined.
Jeez.
But
okay. Go ahead.
I don't know. I feel certain ways about it. I appreciate them. Yeah. Predictions for USA Soccer plus any injury updates.
Yeah, I think
Reporter Brian.
Yeah, they don't give you a lot of information, but Pulisic's starting this game, okay? And in honor of Christian Pulisic, this is my Christian Pulisic McDonald souvenir cup.
Oh, they're having souvenirs.
Oh, yeah, baby. I wanted to bring this up on the pod because for those of you listening, you can't see it, but McDonald's went old school. And I've talked about this on this pod before, but when the Dream Team came out in 92, I was buying those meals to get those souvenir cups any chance I could get. And I have all of them in my attic somewhere, almost all of them collected. And these are very similar. They're a little sturdier. Honestly, they're pretty good. There's 9 World Cup cups. We have 4 of them. We're trying.
Yeah.
These are expensive meals. This is not a $5 McDonald's meal when you get the cup, by the way. But I got my Christian Pulisic cup. I'm drinking it up tonight.
Damn,
in honor of the U.S.
Yeah. So they're not like, there's not a supply issue, right? Like I could
Nope. Every time I've gone and wanted to get one and you get it. What's interesting is back in the day, this is such a difference between the 80s, 90s, and today.
Yeah.
They'd just fill that baby up straight out the package from China and put your Coke in it and you just drink out of it the first time.
Now you need to sanitize it,
wash sealed.
it.
It's sealed and they give it to you sealed and then you take it home and they give you your drink and something else.
Yeah.
So we have washed them every time we've drank it from it, but we've got 4 of them. One of the 9 is a Grimace. I don't know that I need Grimace playing soccer in my collection.
So it's like a random, like you open
totally
up the
random.
Cup
It's like a blind bag. It's like a blind bag.
I know what I'm doing tomorrow.
Yeah.
God, what time does McDonald's open nearby?
Well, you got to get the lunch meal. I think. I don't think you do it.
It's like a lunch meal. It's like okay.
But you could bring Christine some McDonald's, so you get 2 of them. You know.
Gosh, I'm not on leave anymore, dude. I can't do these fun things.
This is rough. But anyway, I got my Pulisic cup. Pulisic starting. I think he's back. He's ready to go. I don't think. I mean, Christian Roldan's injured. I see a lot of discourse on X about why is he on the roster. I think it's the dumbest thing I've ever seen. And this is not my hometown Sounders. Christian Roldan's a good dude. You need a good dude as your last player who never plays. There's nothing wrong with him being on the roster.
Yeah, who is the guy? Tyrese Haliburton on the U.S. Team USA
Haliburton was an
team?
awesome 12th man on that team. And Haliburton's a way higher caliber than Christian Roldan.
Yeah.
But they're going to have their regular lineup. They're all in there. They're ready to roll against Bosnia. I'm very fearful of this game, but I'm going, you know what, the 4th of July this weekend. Are you kidding me? You think I'm going to come on the SeaTown Sports Podcast, episode 1/100, and sit here and tell you that the USA is going to lose to Bosnia? There's absolutely no chance. USA is winning that game 3-1. We're moving on to the round of 16, which will be played in Seattle, Washington. It's going to be bananas. Yeah. I believe it'll be against Belgium. I think the USA is going to roll and win that game and go to the quarterfinals and then get their doors blown off.
It's torturing me because
In fact, I told my children, Kev, I went and watched them play tennis tonight, Mondays and Wednesday nights. They got old rec tennis at the pool we have a membership to, and they were playing tennis tonight. It was great. Really fun to watch them. They were on side-by-side courts. Awesome. Really fun.
That's amazing.
I told them, hey, you guys have fun on Wednesday at your tennis matches. I'll be watching the U.S. game. You ride your bikes home. So that's how we're rolling. Let's go. It's pro America right now. There's only a few things I get patriotic for right now, but the U.S. women's national team is one of them. Okay, so staying with soccer. Kev, do you have a favorite goal from the World Cup or a favorite team spirit? This is from Dana. I heard she's great.
Did you see the Bosnia, and this is sacrilegious because they're our enemy now.
Yeah.
But their march to the stadium last week.
Yeah.
Like, I know one Bosnian person, and I know him from law school.
Yeah.
And he told me how to pronounce his name correctly. And he actually grew up in Kentucky, and he ended up at Berkeley for law school.
Okay.
And he was the most fascinating guy. When you go to law school, you meet the most fascinating people, and he was one of those persons. And I just kept on thinking about him, and I'm like, man, there's so many Bosnians on the waterfront.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is incredible. So I just like the World Cup.
It's pretty cool.
It's pretty freaking cool.
Yeah.
Like, because it's different from the Olympics, because the Olympics is so many events, so many athletes. It's very diversified, which is a great thing.
Yeah. You don't get the same big group of fans, right? Unless it's like USA France final in basketball, right? Like other than that, and even there wasn't anywhere near what we're seeing at the World Cup. The groups of fans, the Netherlands fans, sad for the Netherlands, I lost tonight, but their fans were awesome. When we were at the Egypt-Belgium game, the Egypt fans were amazing. very cool. And the USA fans are showing out. And I just think that round of 16 is going to be incredible. Yeah. So I don't know that I have a favorite team spirit other than the two I'll give. And I'm going to give people advice, as I did about going down and traveling to the World Cup match, like in Seattle. What do you do? If you're up tonight, whenever you listen to this podcast and you're like me and you don't want to go to sleep. And so you start browsing and scrolling TikTok, find the Tartan Army Scotland TikToks. The Tartan Army is the name of the Scottish fans. They're not in the World Cup anymore. They're out. But they went to Boston and they were at a Red Sox game singing songs. They drank all the beer in Boston. Like the bars literally ran out of beer. They didn't have any Sam Adams, Kev, anymore at these bars. Their vibes are immaculate, just so good. And then in Norway, if you go look up the videos of when they do the row together, have you seen this? The whole fan section doing like the Nordic row or whatever.
Did you see the clip of the one guy that was off? And so
no. Poor guy.
He hit his head.
Oh, geez.
Over the guy behind him.
Oh, boy. That's funny. I got to look for that.
It's like
that'll
singing
show up in my
off
algorithm
tune.
now.
It's like singing off tune, right? Like,
that's incredible.
He wrote off tune. It's pretty funny.
Moroccan fans were great tonight. They were so excited. I mean, all the fans. I agree with you. Amazing. My favorite, the second part of that question would be favorite goal. I think the end of, this is what's great about the World Cup in my house. So my wife, Dana, who asked this question, she's not a sedentary person. She's active, very active, constantly moving, doesn't sit down unless it's Olympics or World Cup. She's in. So basically every summer for a month, she just sits. And every game is on. She's watching the James Corden post-game shows. She's watching she's listening to the 15-minute Men in Blazers podcast every day. She's all in. And so we were watching Austria-Algeria, the last game of the group stage.
Yeah.
And if one of them won, Iran advanced. And if they tied, Algeria and Austria went through. They're tied 2-2. Literally, Kev, they're kicking the ball around Algeria. Austria's not trying. Algeria's not trying. The announcers are like, this game's over. And then Algeria just decides randomly to make like 3 passes and go score an amazing goal. And so there's 2 minutes left in stoppage time or extra time. And Algeria's up and it looks like Austria's out of the World Cup. And then they go down the field and they kick a long ball and this guy's flying out of bounds on the end line and heads it back in. And then this other dude heads it in the goal. And all of a sudden Iran's out, Austria's in. That was my favorite goal of the World Cup so far. It was incredible. Because it was like 3-3. It was madness. It was incredible. The World Cup's awesome. I love it. I love everything.
It's great. It keeps on going. And hopefully Seattle gets a special game. This comes from...
It's a combo platter. There's a combo platter here.
This comes from our unofficial producer, Justin.
You got to start with my mom. So my mom asked, why are the Storm good lately?
Yeah.
Our unofficial producer, Justin, then sort of answers it in his question. Go ahead.
Yeah. Now that the Storm core of Dominique Malonga, Awa Fam, and Flau'jae are cooking, are you mad they are winning? Well, they're not winning like a lot of games.
Well,
they're still
that's great point.
4-15. They won one game.
They're 5-15. I believe.
Okay, 5-15. Sorry.
They've won 2 in a row, Kev. Now, I think this is directed at me because I have addressed this many times. They've won 2 in a row. They almost won 3 in a row. They lost in overtime to the Wings. Good team. They beat the Liberty. Sans Breonna Stewart. Kind of a big deal. They beat the Atlanta Dream. So it's not like they're just beating up on Connecticut here, right? So they are competing better. Okay? I want to preface this. I do want to tell you, because I don't know that you've totally paid attention to this. I'm going to give you some stats. Is that okay for you?
Yep.
Okay. Last 3 games. Ready? We're going to start with Awa Fam, their first round pick. In the Dallas game, they lost in overtime by 2 points. She had 18 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists. Okay. Next game, 15-6. And then against Atlanta, she had 21 points. pretty
She's ahead
good
of
for a
schedule.
19-year-old.
Yeah.
Totally good point. Flau'jae against Dallas, 11 points, 5 rebounds, 9 assists. It's pretty fun. Her last 2 games, 28 points, 9 rebounds, 2 assists, 24 points, 11 rebounds, 4 assists. That's ridiculous. Okay. Flau'jae, 28 and 24 the last 2 games. Malonga's even better. Are you ready for this? Against Dallas, she had 37 points and 12 rebounds. Against the Liberty, 20 and 10. Against Atlanta, 16 and 11. This is awesome. These core 3 are balling out. Justin's right. They're cooking with gas, high octane gas. The question is,
who do you think?
Yep.
Before
I actually answer the question, go ahead.
Who do you think averages more rebounds, the most rebounds, if you could rank them amongst the core 3? No, Flau'jae Johnson has.
I was gonna say Flau'jae because of the way you asked the question.
5.5 rebounds per game. She's 19th in the WNBA. And she averages the most rebounds per game amongst all guards. Shout out to James, loyal listener James, who brought this to my attention. Pretty incredible.
Are you sure this is still correct?
I'm looking at player stats today on ESPN.
4 of the last 5 games, Malonga has had 10 plus rebounds.
Let me make sure Malonga's not above her. She's not. I'm looking at rebounds per game.
I don't know if you can really look at ESPN for that kind of stuff, but maybe
let's look at
I'm looking at per game stats now.
Are you looking at stats?
Yeah, I got it. It takes a while to get to it, The way Basketball Reference works, it's never like the easiest thing in the world.
I don't think she averages that many rebounds per game.
We're going to find out here in a second, Kev. We're going to do this live on the air. Malonga averages more rebounds per game than Flau'jae. She's averaging 7.6.
Okay, why does she not show up on the... Am I looking at defensive rebounds per game? Or is it because she doesn't qualify?
She probably doesn't qualify under ESPN in the official categories. Yeah.
And WNBA.com.
Yeah. So what's great is that I was right. Okay, so second...
kind of right. She doesn't qualify. Anyway.
She averages more rebounds per game. That was your question.
But
you didn't say of qualifiers.
Okay, all right. Well, that's implied, right? Like if you're looking at a leaderboard.
Okay. So
all right, I'm just trying to, be a little edgier.
First take. Okay. I'm actually happy that they're winning. I think it's more fun. The 2-year average of the records means the reality is the Storm aren't going to get the most ping pong balls or however they do the lottery. They're going to get somewhere in the bottom 5, probably regardless of how well those 3 play this year. So good for them. Do I want them to lose the next 2? I do. And I want those 3 to play really well. So I'm back to them. Please lose, but those 3 to continue to absolutely ball out, because if they can get a top pick with them, they're in a championship window in a couple of years. Like
I think they're next year. Ezzy hasn't played.
Ezzy hasn't even played. Yeah, they're going to be long and crazy, and it's going to be really, really fun.
I really hope that they figure out. I mean, it seems like they're kind of figuring out how to play with multiple bigs at the same time. But like, if you throw Ezzy in there, it's like, holy crap.
Yeah, I need to. I watched recently, but I don't think I've seen a full game where Fam and Malonga are playing alongside each other, and I want to see what that looks like. Yeah, so that's going to be on my list to do this summer for sure. Okay,
great question.
Let's transition to your favorite subject, UW football. Do you think we will hear an update about Jordan Washington's status this week? This comes from Zach.
I mean, so
can you tell everyone who Jordan Washington is?
Yeah. Okay, so Jordan Washington has become a very important name because in the offseason, the presumptive starting running back, Adam Muhammad, who was the person taking touches when it wasn't Jonah Coleman, transferred to Cal. And so Jordan Washington was third in line. He had the third most carries last year, and made sense to be the next guy if it wasn't going to be a transfer. They have a transfer from Oregon, Jaden Lamar, and a couple other transfers, Trey Cooley from, I can't remember, I think it was out Tulsa or something. Anyways, that's a lot of context.
That's a lot of people I've never heard of, so that's great.
Yeah. So Jordan Washington suffered a serious neck injury during spring practice. He was immobilized. He was transferred to the hospital via ambulance. He could move his extremities, but he was done. He was shut down for the rest of the spring, and he had a neck brace. I don't have any inside information on like whether like where he's at truly, like what the injury was, but I think sometimes it behooves fans to just have some common sense, right? Like he had a serious neck injury in spring practice. So this wasn't even like full throttle, like an opponent like did this to him where you would definitely be like, yeah, he's definitely done. But then you can also think of like the fact that like if someone's in a neck brace, like something's wrong. Like, and if he's not playing all spring, something's wrong. And if you had to put money on it, and that's how you think of things when you really like when it really comes down to it, like what do you think's going on? Like, I don't think he plays
at all.
They added another running back. Like I think like later, I can't remember if it was before or after the injury. But I don't feel confident that he's gonna play. And if I'm Fish, there's no like he might have said that he'll have an update, but there's nothing positive for him to say anything one way or the other. Like he can give a status update, and the status update can just be like, we're still can't make a decision yet. Right?
We hope the best for Jordan.
Yeah, but you know, so
it'll obviously come down to medicals, and then obviously Jordan and his family deciding what's best. I think there's so many examples of UW guys who you think are going to have a great career and they medically retire because football's brutal. I mean, all sports are brutal, but football's really brutal and it's hard, and a neck injury is not something to mess around with. So, that seems like a reasonable expectation for somebody who's had a neck injury that they won't play this fall. I mean, it kind of makes me nervous if he does play, to be honest. Like, but
I'll just add this. I made the thing about I said the thing about Trey Cooley, but he transferred about a month before Jordan Washington got injured. So they just needed depth in general. But that's exactly why you need depth, because guys get injured. So
we will do some more previewing of the Huskies coming up. I'm going to need you to tell me things. I'm like literally just Googled the running back depth because
I told you names you never heard of.
Yeah, like Trey Cooley, awesome. I'm like Jaden Lamar, Quade Carr. I've heard of Brian Bonner because he's a freshman, but I'm like, okay, I need to learn some of these names before they open with the Cougs also, which is just wild.
On a Sunday.
No, I didn't even know that. Yeah, I'm not ready for this. It's not July yet. We got to hold off for a second.
Yeah.
Okay. Kev, you get to ask me a question. I do know something about Husky football.
Well, this is interesting. This is a good question from James, loyal listener. What are the chances that a true freshman leads a stat category for UW this year? I'm assuming that's football.
Yeah, I would assume too. Basketball, not good because they all have 25-year-old Europeans, seniors or whatever they are. So my immediate thought, I do know more about the recruiting because of what you write, and recruiting is interesting to me. Like if they kept track of pancakes, maybe Cody Green would lead the team, although I would probably guards don't really get pancakes, so it's not going to be John Mills, even though he's awesome.
Yeah.
But maybe Drew as a party, isn't that how you say his name, on the right side? Isn't he going to be the right tackle?
Yeah, but
he
he's
might
not
actually
a true freshman. Yeah.
No, but I'm saying like he might actually lead the team. So then Cody Green couldn't. So if I had to pick one, I'm going to go with Derek Coleman-Brusa for sacks or tackles for loss.
I like that. Yeah,
I think his hype but it's matching, I think, the way the Huskies D line has been the last couple years. They usually don't have like one sack guy, you know?
Yeah.
They're kind of like a bunch of guys with like 2 to 5. So like, could he pop for 5.5 sacks? Sure.
Yeah. You know what's interesting about him? So he was recruited as an edge, but
he's going to play inside.
He's going to play inside. And Fish said that like he's not watching his weight. So like I get, they have to watch certain positions like the weight to be optimized or whatever. But they're like, yeah, just like grow like how you would normally grow. Like we're not going to watch what you eat. Like just,
That's why I say it might be a tackles for loss thing. It might be like on some run plays. And I don't know how big he'll be compared to Big Ten dudes he's trying to like go against. But he's probably the best bet just from a playing time standpoint. I mean, him or Cody Green, I guess.
Yeah.
The other people you could throw out, Kev, tell me if I'm crazy, but one of those receivers in maybe like touchdown receptions or yards per reception, like a Mason James, a Jordan Clay. I don't know.
Wow. That was pretty good.
I'm looking at the depth chart, Kev. Like,
Yeah, that's pretty good.
But I don't think anybody else will get enough playing time.
Yeah, I agree.
So you got to go with.
That's a great answer.
Thank you. Well, thank you. I appreciate the affirmation. Okay. This is from KOMO 4 News. Is Seattle dying? Okay.
Are we talking about?
This is kind of a joke here, a little bit. But do you remember KOMO 4 like did a Seattle's dying? Like,
absolutely.
Multi-part special.
It made me angry.
Yeah. And now like it's definitely a. This is not me. Taking a political stance here, although I am. There's definitely like a Republican, hardcore conservative bent of like Seattle is full of, the socialist mayors are letting the just drugs be everywhere and it's dying and on this whole thing.
Same thing in San Francisco, by the way.
Yes, totally. And the World Cup has made it. I think the best thing for Seattle is people are coming and going, wow, what a great city. It's like so awesome and like safe and fun. And but Kev, you may not have heard this because you're not a big hockey follower here. Okay. This is the story. This is why I asked you the question. I don't even need you to answer it. I just need to tell you this story. Okay. Well, first you can answer. Is Seattle dying, Kev?
No.
Okay.
Did you go to the World Cup?
I did. It was amazing. Okay, but here's what happened. Before the Kraken draft, and I just want to throw out there, they drafted a defender named Chase Reed with the 7th overall pick. I want to make sure this is on the podcast. Everyone's excited. Chase Reed was a total steal. Maybe the best player in the draft. Nah, not the best player in the draft. Best defender in the draft. Could be a game changer. Kraken fans are excited. Kraken blogs are excited. Okay. But before the draft, they were going to trade the 7th pick along with some other picks for Jason Robertson of the Dallas Stars, who is a star. He's a star who's a star. And they had offered him in like an 8-year deal at $15 million per year, just astronomical money in hockey. And the rumor that came out on these podcasts, I don't even know if it was a Toronto podcast, something, was that Kraken opponents say that the place near the arena is unsafe, and that's why free agents don't want to go to Seattle.
What?
Yeah, this is a story. And so people didn't know if they were talking about the game day experience or the practice facility. So game day, we're talking about Lower Queen Anne. And let me tell you, if you've been to Seattle and if you've ever been like, I need to be strapped, I'm scared, it's Lower Queen Anne. Ooh, like it's so ridiculous. Oh, here's where the practice facility is, Northgate. Ooh, watch out for that Barnes and Noble. Like, what are we doing right now? This is a ridiculous. It actually pissed a lot of Kraken bloggers off, and fairly. I think it's fair to criticize the front office and not want to play her because they haven't built a winner. Don't come with the Seattle is dying propaganda BS. That is not what's happening. There might be a neighborhood or two where I'm like, yeah, but not really. Like, I feel fine everywhere in Seattle.
Live there anyways. They all live in some
ridiculous. Yeah, they all live in Bellevue. Every athlete lives in Bellevue, or Renton. Like, it's absolutely absurd. It was absurd. And an NHL podcast ran with it as a story, and it caught wind. This is what happened with this Jason Robertson deal. In following days, they're still trying to trade him. And they're totally backpedaling in this news reporting and saying like, oh, he wasn't ready to commit, actually. So I don't know what agent, or if it was Ron Francis, who's no longer part, who's like spitting vitriol about Seattle because he couldn't do his job. I don't know what happened, but Kevin and I are here to say, sorry, KOMO Fort News and everyone else in the NHL. Seattle's not dying. We're okay.
Man.
I thought you would like that. I knew you didn't know it, and I thought you would.
Oh,
there it is. 100th episode. There's the yawn.
Do I
ask me the next one.
Okay. Who are you most looking forward to seeing on Hard Knocks for the Seahawks?
Kev, I was so excited the other day when I thought they're on the Hard Knocks this year. This is great August viewing. Ted Lasso's coming out. Hard Knocks. This is going to be great. I'm going to give you 3. Gray Zabel. Going to be so fun to watch Gray Zabel. Everything Gray Zabel does is hilarious.
Did you see the tweet that I sent you?
Yes. Tell me the tweet again for everybody.
The tweet was, Gray Zabel was quoted. So they played this, him and some teammates who weren't all rookies went out for dinner. And they do the prank where the rookies cover it, but they played a prank and made the check astronomical, like way more than it actually was. And he was saying in the interview, whatever interview he was doing, that he was trying to play cool, but he was sweating when he saw the price. And he goes, in his head, he was saying, I was thinking, man, that's the price of a tractor.
Yes.
And,
this is the Gray Zabel content we need right here.
Yeah.
Hopefully that is actually on Hard Knocks, which it might be, because they've started filming. They came out to mini camps and we're starting to film content. So that's going to be great.
Oh my God, that's so great.
I think Gray Zabel will be great. He's on my list. Who do you have? Give me somebody you're excited to see.
By the way, I was at Metropolitan Grill. Sorry, I'm just looking at it.
If they want to sponsor us, we'd be happy to take them.
Yeah. Who do I want to see? I want to see the Barn Show.
Yeah. AJ Barner's also going to be fantastic. Yeah.
Yeah. I think he did some international travel. I think he might have gone to Australia for some event. I'm pretty sure he did. But I like his personality. I think he's willing to speak his mind. He's decent at football. Like, it'll be cool to see his personality more.
Yep. The whole defense will be fun. Like, part of me is like Devin Witherspoon will be fun. Leonard Williams is awesome. Like, I could watch Leonard Williams all day. But there's some guys I want to hear from. Like, I want to know what they're like. I don't even know what their voice sounds like. Like Byron Murphy. He's rarely interviewed. Nick Eamon-Laurie. Like, I don't know what makes that guy tick or what he's interested in. Like, usually on Hard Knocks, you get some story about some guy who's a Pokemon card collector.
Yeah.
Or maybe they collect McDonald souvenir cups, Kev. Who knows?
Yeah.
But Zabel and Barner are pretty high on the list. And then I'll take whatever we get after that. Mike McDonald is on my list. I think he's more interesting every time they talk to him. In his sort of vanilla way, he's pretty awesome still.
Yeah. I think the best insight, though, will be from Michael is it Dixon?
Dixon.
Yeah, because he spans like different eras of the Seahawks. So he's like the bridge. And so he'll be able to speak to the past. And I think that will be fascinating because he's experienced success with 2 coaches in the same organization.
There's going to be...
It'd be cool to see that.
There's going to be a couple Marshawn moments. He will definitely come to training camp. I wouldn't be surprised if Sherm comes to training camp and there's some Sherm footage. You know, they'll do some linking back to the old era, and they'll do this whole thing about they're not the same Seahawks. There'll be a lot on there. McDonald has a phrase. It's not the most catchy thing in the world, but they're not doing run it back. They're doing a run it forward, I think.
Yeah.
And they don't want to say run it back, which I love the idea, but it's not very catchy. So,
yeah.
But that's kind of Mike McDonald. He doesn't care. He's just like, We're going to go do this business. It's going to be awesome. So
yeah.
I can't wait. It should be like a month away from our first episode. So, all right, Kev, this is from Nicholas. What are your top 3 Independence Day foods and or sides?
Yeah. In no order, I'll go hot dogs. I like my hot dog with, I'm basic. Just give me the ketchup, give me the relish, no mustard. Barbecued. Definitely want that thing barbecued. So definitely hot dog. Then I'll go with some type of beer out of a Georgetown growler.
Great
Does
choice.
that count as my side?
I love it. That's a great choice.
Yeah. I think that's just, I might go with, man, it sounds so good outside on a Saturday evening. Okay. And then one more. Ooh, I don't know. I just some type of dessert, like an ice cream. Yeah. Really basic. God, I've gotten
4th of July
old.
is pretty basic. I mean, if I went to a good like cookout, if I was invited, or something, and we had ribs or anything that was like not hot dogs, I'd be down. But I'm not.
Are you a corn on the cob guy?
Yeah, I like good corn on the cob. Yeah, I like to go elote style. They'll like put the cotija cheese and everything.
I will tell you,
street corn.
After every San Jose Sharks, we used to live right by the San Jose Sharks where they played. And so we'd not go to the Sharks games all the time, but we'd pass by. And we were walking distance to downtown. So like you'd pass by the arena as the games were going out after you maybe went to dinner or got a drink. This is before kids, obviously. And man, when they're yelling hot dog at you, like, oh my God, it just looks so good with the bacon wrapped around it. And
there you go.
It's sizzling and there's like peppers and then they put the mayo on it.
This is turning into an ASMR podcast.
Forget about July 4th. Talk to me after a late night of having a good time, seeing a street food vendor.
I mean, that's a different category. Street food vendors you're right. That's a totally different category.
They prey on our worst human instincts, which is the worst type
eating
of food.
Late at night before you go to sleep.
Late at night before you go to sleep.
I'm kind of with you with the basic of 4th of July. I will say this. This is going to segue into our next segment. 4th of July is not
a top 5 holiday.
No, it's not a holiday I care about. Fireworks are fine.
It's the 250th anniversary of the United States of America.
Congratulations. I don't care about the 4th of July. I don't almost never go to a 4th of July barbecue. Maybe this is my antisocialness or the time of year. I'll be driving my kid to basketball. They play a tournament on the 4th of July. I'm going to want to watch the Mariners game, whatever soccer's on. I'm going to try and protect my dog from the annoying fireworks that are so loud. So maybe I'll try to grill this year, but I'm with you. I'm going to go hot dog. I like your idea of a good beer, but I'll go watermelon. Like watermelon solid. But if you give me a good fruit salad, somebody put together for me with some blackberries and mangoes in there, I'm in.
That sounds good.
And then I need a good potato salad. Like I like a good potato salad. That's a good side for me on the 4th of July. So,
thanks.
I don't know. 4th of July doesn't get me that excited. I'm probably going to want to have some nice little action going on, some of the games going on, and just
maybe LeBron will sign with the Warriors.
That would be
July 4th.
That'd be a good way to celebrate America's 250th. I want LeBron, Anthony Davis on the Warriors. I want to run that thing.
Yeah.
Let's
go.
You
can't forget Bronny. You can't just leave him behind.
Okay. Speaking of Bronny, let's talk about the top 5 holidays. Bronny's is called Nepotism Day, but 4th of July is not on my list. Kev, do you think we could collectively give a top 5, or do you think we have to do it separate?
No, I think we can do it. I think number 1 is Thanksgiving/Christmas.
Number 1 is Thanksgiving. Number 2 is Christmas. Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Thanksgiving.
I think
is
as you get older,
best holiday.
Thanksgiving gets better than Christmas because you get more time off for Thanksgiving. It's like the kickoff to Christmas
I don't
season.
because I'm a teacher. Christmas, I get the 2 weeks. Thanksgiving, I get less. But it is the kickoff to Christmas season. I love Christmas season. Outside of summer, I think it's the best. The lights, I love all of it. It's awesome. I'm going to be back coaching in gyms this year, so that's exciting. But Thanksgiving is great. You get awesome food. You eat all day. And it's just now they've done it, so there's just NFL on from the morning to the night.
There's college basketball on at that
There's
time,
college basketball if you just need a little glimpse, like Santa Clara sometimes is in a random tournament. Thanksgiving is the best. It is awesome. Christmas is number 2. Christmas just comes with a little bit more burden, a little bit more expectations than Thanksgiving. It's more about like making sure people got the right gift, people are happy.
There's family traditions that must be adhered to, whether we like it or not.
Thanksgiving really is just like, can I sit? You're allowed to just sit in a chair and be gluttonous. It's so great.
I would love for all these Europeans to come experience American Thanksgiving.
Yes, good call. Yeah.
I remember.
Go to a football game or just be at somebody's house watching football.
That would be beautiful. Okay,
what were you gonna say? You remember what?
I remember doing Thanksgiving in London with a mutual friend, acquaintance of ours, and it was really sad. We paid for overpriced Thanksgiving food at a London Whole Foods, and we ate it together, and there wasn't football. It was cold. It was rainy.
Thank you. Get out of here.
Yeah, not about it.
No.
Thanksgiving is a holiday to be spent here in the United States of America.
That is true. Even my worst Thanksgiving, I don't even know if it was my worst, but maybe the saddest on the surface. My buddy Robbie from college, the two of us stayed at Santa Clara one year for Thanksgiving break because we flew home, 2 weeks later for Christmas.
Did you do the sad
No, Robbie's a great cook, amazing cook. And I was just his sous chef. We made a full Thanksgiving dinner for the two of us.
That's good friendship.
We ate while watching basketball and football over the next 3 days before all the other guys.
You just
in our
ate
house
all the
home.
leftovers.
Oh, it was great. Yeah. But it was sad from a standpoint of not being with your friends and family, but he's one of my best friends. It was great. So
and you didn't have to deal. Sorry, this is gonna get deep,
you're fine.
But you didn't have to deal with you missed out, but no one was FaceTiming showing you everything you've missed out on. I think that's the burden with technology now is that we can sometimes fail to live in the moment of what's in front of us and not enjoy the beautifulness of sharing Thanksgiving with someone you probably won't share Thanksgiving with that much more. Right?
Absolutely.
So shout out to Robbie. Thanks for giving that great memory.
Yeah. He'll never listen to our podcast because he's from Portland, and he's like, until you talk about Portland sports, why would I listen? So
you know what you do? Fine. You say, you're mentioned in the podcast, but I'm not going to tell you where and when. And maybe he'll listen to it.
He's pretty stubborn. He probably won't. And my buddies who know that will, yeah. Okay. Here's where it gets hard. What's our third?
Yeah. I kind of like New Year's. I like New Year's because it extends the Christmas season.
Yeah.
Right?
There's football. Good football.
There's good football.
Although not as good as it used to be.
Yeah. There's proposals that the national championship will be decided January 1st. That they'll just push everything back.
It's never going to happen.
Yeah. People want too much money.
The national championship is on Martin Luther King weekend. It's they'd have to go back 2 weeks.
Yeah. Well, there's proposals to do that. If the playoff keeps on going, expanding, then you get rid of both. And then there it is.
I'm not opposed to that.
You have a whole month of nothingness basically right now on the schedule. And everyone's complaining how there's no.
Except for the Huskies played their bowl 2 days after the season ended last year. So
yeah, the Gronk Bowl.
The Gronk Bowl. I don't know if I'll go with you on that one, but I don't mind it. I don't mind the choice. How about that? I'm not opposed.
Yeah.
New Year's is like 4th of July for me in that it gets a little bit overrated. Yeah. I'm 47 years old. Staying up till midnight, that's exhausting. I don't need to be at a party. Yeah, I'm going to sound old. We can put this on TikTok. It's fine. I don't need all that, right?
Yeah.
I think 3. I'm gonna put a plug in for Halloween. Halloween is a great kids holiday, right?
Yes.
And you're gonna have so many good Halloweens with your kids are 3 and under 1, right? Like basically.
Yeah.
So you've got all these great holidays where they dress up and you get to go trick-or-treating with them and all that. My kids are at the end of trick-or-treating at 16 and 13 years old. But then you get, there's everyone always having a party. There's a Halloween carnival. And the reality is, if your kids do go trick-or-treating like my kids last year, you got dad tax and you take 10% of that candy. And now you got candy for weeks.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Also, you get dad tax if you're like, Christine, do you want just to stay home and you distribute the candy and then I'll do all the walking with or vice versa, right?
Yeah, vice versa, yeah.
Right? There's also like dad credit, right?
You also mentioned a nice Georgetown brew. There's nothing wrong with walking around with a souvenir Pulisic cup and enjoying Halloween.
I will also say this.
In your goose costume.
JJ has gone through he's going through his I'm into certain things and it's constantly changing. And he's in this horrible phase of Paw Patrol. I hate it.
Paw Patrol, let's go,
I
baby.
feel like it's just like there's just so much of it and it's like all the worst of all the marketing of all the kids things. Like it's everywhere. It's like I'm driving on a 20-minute drive and we're cycling between he's obsessed with the World Cup, so we listen to Die Die by Shakira, Waka Waka by Shakira.
Let's go.
But even those songs have been played to death. So I'm like, JJ, just one song that we haven't heard in between.
Paw
Patrol,
go back, baby.
Yeah, it's the Paw Patrol theme, which only lasts a minute and a half. So thank God he likes Shakira.
Thank God he likes Paw Patrol, Kev, because there's this show called Caillou that used to be on. Caillou is the worst kid show because Caillou is such a little punk. And his parents let him be a punk. And every adult who's ever watched Caillou is like, what's wrong with Caillou? We don't like that kid.
Yeah. So. Anyways, I'm just trying to steer him away. So then just something cooler that I'm into selfishly, like the Mariners or like
he's absolutely going to be Paw Patrol for Halloween next year. That's where this is going.
I just have
But at least you get a candy out
swallow
of it,
my pride. Yeah.
We'll put some
Halloween
order Halloween and New Year's. So we got one more. We got to fill
it. What are our options like Valentine's
Here's our
Day,
best options.
St.
Valentine's Day, absolutely. Valentine's Day is out. No way. Valentine's Day is commercialized. They're trying
too much
to
expectations.
And they're trying to be like, hey, show your wife you love her on this day. No, I show my wife every day. She knows I love her. I don't have to buy her a card. Clip that. We got Veterans Day. I don't know. Memorial Day. That's a good one. Kicks off summer. Labor Day. Probably not on my list. It's like the end of summer. I'm not really into that. I don't like summer.
My favorite day was the random day we get off at Seattle Prep.
Costco holiday. Yeah.
The floating
Stanislaus
holiday.
Costco, patron saint of Seattle Prep from Poland. We would get a March holiday. Still do. Just get a March holiday off. It's not a real holiday, though. I don't think
it's like the Costco hot dog. Whoever is in charge of the schedule can never get rid of that holiday.
Yeah,
that thing is sacred.
They tried one time and everybody revolted. It was great. How about we just stay with that season? I think St. Patrick's Day's got to be in the top 5.
Yeah.
St. Patrick's Day, almost always aligned with March Madness. Really great when it is aligned with March Madness, like it's a Friday.
Yeah.
You don't even have to go out. It's just like great to have the vibes of St. Patrick's Day. You're going to have a nice beverage and watch the March
screw
Madness.
That though. Screw that. I think that we're a sports podcast. It should be the first day of March Madness. I really do feel like that's fair.
That's a holiday,
right?
Cheers
like,
to that.
And I think both me and you would agree that's number one. That is the greatest day.
Give me that or opening day. Like I think opening day should be a holiday. We should have school off. Kids should be able to go to opening day. Nobody should be going to school on opening day. I don't care what day it is every year. Opening day should be a holiday. That's a good one.
I think the Super Bowl is maybe like the Valentine's Day of
Super Bowl. Monday after the Super Bowl should be a holiday also.
Yeah. I can get on board with that.
Yeah. Throw a special shout out to President's Day weekend.
Yeah.
The double holiday is pretty great.
Yeah. Christine's working at a high school. They get a week off on that President's Day.
Yeah.
Man, that's beautiful.
We go 4-day weekend. You probably only get a 3-day weekend for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
They're always slighting either Lincoln or Washington. God, what are they doing?
Yeah.
Lawyers, I tell you.
Well, I will say this. I won't make our podcast political, but I do think that more people will listen to this than showed up to the 250th outdoor festival at the White House, which is pretty exciting. Low expectations. Dude, we did it. 100 episodes.
Yep. That's I was gonna say something about the
2 years. It's been 2 years.
We've been going. We've been going. This exists. We're here. We're talking about Seattle sports. We're ready to do whatever you want to do with Dan Wilson, and we're gonna be here for episode 101. We might have to take 2 weeks off.
Yeah.
But we'll be back, and we'll be talking about Seattle sports, and maybe we'll argue more.
The Team USA will win 2 games.
Maybe the Mariners will have won 10 in a row. You never know.
Yeah. And we won't want to fire Dan Wilson. All right. Well, see you guys in a couple weeks or next week. We'll see.